Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the Lethal Abundance here, which is the Iron Banner auto rifle, which is a 360 RPM auto rifle. Newly buffed, so they're going to be a little bit more forgiving, got a little bit of a damage bonus. We've got Keep Away, so we get extra range, reload speed, and accuracy when we're far away from people. This thing has a lot of range, about 100 with Keep Away up, so this thing is not going to be a problem keeping up at all. And then we're going to have Onslaught here, so as we get final blows, this thing is going to start shooting faster, so this thing could deal with multiple opponents pretty easily if we get that first kill, have a good amount of health left, and then we can just beam the next person really fast because we have that increased RPM. We're going to go with a Flared Magwell instead of Accurize, just because Keep Away is going to max out the range for us anyway, so we'll just take the extra reload and stability here. And then we're going to use Extended Barrel so that we get increased range, and then we also have better recoil direction. We're also going to use Counterbalance Stock to get that recoil direction almost to 100, so it's going to be a little bit more forgiving and to go straight up and down with the recoil. We're going to pair it with the Adept Inquisitor on a Solar Hunter here. So yeah, guys, without further ado, let's get straight into gameplay. Nice, we got some Jav. So I was trying to get a better roll for this video, specifically one with Slice. I feel like Slice on this thing could be kind of pretty interesting because then when you activate your class ability, you could debuff people with the Sever, making it easier to beam them because they'll do less damage to you. Maybe pairing that with Tap the Trigger or Target Lock. But this is probably the best roll I've gotten so far, so I'll keep grinding. Maybe I'll get a better roll of these. But this thing has got some pretty unique perks. I think this paired with, like, I know people are going to hate it, but like paired with something like RDMs where you get your class ability back faster could be pretty good, because then you would just get your Slice perk up more frequently because you can just have more class ability charges. But we have like this more like, I don't know, like standard, just like classic, you know, consistency perk plus damage perk. So we'll see what we can do. Off to kind of a slow start here. We're kind of just getting shot off spawn, but it should be okay. I don't want to take advantage of the range we have here. Maybe someone picks up a long angle. Yeah, like look at that. That's kind of nice. And that does shoot considerably faster with Onslaught, although Onslaught doesn't last the craziest amount of time. So we kind of got to be like in the thick of things to really take advantage of Onslaught. This roll also has like pretty low handling, so that's kind of why I paired it with Solar Hunter here today, so we can get some on your mark action. That's got some pretty crazy range right there. But like right there, we don't even have Onslaught anymore because the timer is pretty short. I mean, I don't want to be laning back here the whole time, but let's see what's going to have to do. But like the Onslaught right there, like it does beam pretty hard with Onslaught. That RPM boost is no joke. This thing also doesn't have stuff like Zen Moment. So it's not like, I mean, the recoil is actually like not horribly hard to control just because again it's at 100 or 99 recoil direction. Like I feel like Zen Moment's probably like the best perk for like an auto rifle. It's just like a little bit less or more consistent, especially when you're dealing with like glitch and stuff. But they did not give this gun Zen Moment. I guess to make it a little bit different from stuff like Abyss Defiant. Which is probably my favorite of these auto rifles so far. There's also the Last Wish one, which I don't have. That one also could be pretty interesting. I'll look into the perks and see what that one has. So people are telling me to look at the Angel Bond. I think this thing's like performing alright. Like I think it'd be a little bit more interesting with the Slice, because that's what made this gun a little bit more unique. Is that Slice perk. I mean, beams. Quite gets up. You got a gun right there. One thing with these auto rifles, though, it is kind of tough, is the zoom is extremely high, which is really helpful in terms of like longer range fights where you have more aim assist, but up close it's a little bit cumbersome. trade it out. Inquisitor is still amazing. I got a good adept one, but not like an amazing one. So maybe next time Trials of the Ball get better adept Inquisitor. But yeah, like this auto rifle's got like 22 base handling right now, so pretty slow without like on your mark up. Which is not like the biggest deal because a lot of times it's kind of like fighting from like range. But sometimes, you know, you get to take those closer range engagements. Left off the map there. Just another gunfight. But that range is pretty. It's hard for a lot of hand cannons to deal with the range that this thing has, unless you're using like they're using like an Igneous or something. 120. This thing can kind of just like outrange like all the 140s. Depending on the angle. This map's a little bit harder to like outrange hand cannons because this is kind of second hand cannon map. But let's fuck our gold. I don't know if there's anything on the line. Don't want any of that explosive knife. There's a little bit too many people here. Even the long angle. Nice little beam there. Bad aim. Okay, spawn at the bottom of garage here. Aw, I should have been trying to farm the AFK guy, but yeah, the range is still looking pretty good there. Hitting for almost 40 damage from all the way over there. Child divider. The guy's got his Abyss Defiant. That one is probably still my favorite. This one's good, but I think the sword logic from Abyss Defiant is really nice, just because of how long that perk lasts, and also a Zed moment. Not to mention craftable, so I don't have to, you know, get unlucky with random drops, you know. I spent a good amount of engrams on this. It doesn't help that this weapon is now a legacy weapon, so it takes 3 engrams per focus, as well as the insane 25,000 glimmer cost. Always gonna be ridiculous how much glimmer this stuff costs. Yeah, some bad aim right there. Yes, slug dust. This thing's been pretty good. I'm a fan. Again, I would really like to try a slice roll with like tap the trigger, maybe target lock. I'm not quite sure how good target lock would be on this auto rifle, but because I've heard it scales, target lock scales differently depending on your magazine size. It's like lower. It's better on like lower magazine weapons from what I've heard. I mean, this is pretty low magazine size for an auto rifle. 32 bullets. Like that's around what a lot of those SMGs have, like a 30 bullet mark. Oh, we got shot in the back. But yeah, this thing still got some juice. I'll have the most amount of practice. Oh, we almost beamed him with the onslaught there. It's like 1 crit. Look at the forgiveness here. So, it's a... From tier 10 to tier 6, it's a 5 crit 1 body. And after, between tier 5 and tier 1, it's a 4 crit 2 body. So it's like, it's still pretty forgiving. You can still hit body shots in your optimal time to kill. As we just get ran at by a slug shotgun there. So, again, if you have something like target lock, making it or not target lock, but like tap the trigger, making it easier to hit your shots, then this thing could be pretty big laser beam. It's about a 0.83 TTK is what it's looking like right now. P-spawn also amazing, by the way. If you guys don't have a P-spawn, maybe I'll make a video on that one as well. I'll take the 26. Solid damage, solid damage. I'll take that. Alright, guys. So I'll definitely keep my eye out for a slice roll on this thing. I feel like that'd be like the most interesting way to use this thing. Just because, you know, it's a strand weapon. Might as well use some of those like strand exclusive perks. Maybe pairing that again with like tap the trigger, or let me see what else this thing has. Tap the trigger, target lock. I mean, really, honestly, tap the trigger I think is probably would be my favorite of any of those options. Just because, you know, onslaught is fun, like if you can get it to work, but the timer is so short that you get when you after you get a kill, so hard to really take advantage of onslaught. So really, I'm gonna look for potentially like a slice tap the trigger roll. But thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll catch you guys next time.